All right, so I'm going to be looking at the risky business dance scene where Tom Cruise slides across the floor infamously and is karaoke singing. And I want to take a closer look at him because I really don't think that they were who they said they were. And I think they may have been born a she. So, without further ado, I'm going to play this in slow mo, but without sound, because I think the music is still copyrighted. So here we go. And I'm going to narrate throughout some important points. So here we go. I might skip ahead at some points. So he's pouring a glass of liquor, and of course, with liquor comes spirits. And then he tries to dilute it with some Coke. And, there's a song from a long time ago called The Rhythm Is Going to Get You. I think liquor and the spirits that come with it allows you to move to the music more, which is why it goes hand in hand when people go out to the club. He's shown eating a TV dinner. Sort of a mockery of your average everyday sheeple who doesn't really have anything else but to look forward to their meal but a TV dinner. So, and there's a possibility this could mock the Last Supper. That just came to me. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Fish was a common food in the Bible. Notice those numbers. Whoo! And they just changed super quickly. It said 9999, which is 666 upside down forwards and backwards. And this is the scene that he's most known for, probably in his entire career. So as he slides across the floor, there's really nothing yet going on as far as anything feminine. It feels like definitely an act of trying to be more masculine, but they have their feet apart and their legs apart, which is a typical it's very typical of FTMs to do, to sort of hide the curvature that they have there in the waist and the thigh area, and which they call the Q angle. So yeah, it's starting to get pretty bad here, and I might take a screenshot to try to draw out just how curvy Tom Cruise gets throughout this, because it seems to grow as the video goes on. They're already swishing their hips quite fervently. Legs still aren't together yet, but in a couple more seconds they're going to snap together. You're going to see just how curvy Tom Cruise is. I think it was a mistake to let him bring his legs that close together. Truly a mistake. I'm going to zoom in on this. Is it visible just how curvy this person is. I think it should be. There's some serious curvage going on. And that is... Well, that didn't work. That is the Q angle. The area between their hip and their thigh is the Q angle, and it dips in on a woman. So I think that might be all that I really wanted to show in this video, besides the female stride he starts to do here, sort of trotting. It's embodying, right now, it's embodying the male and female energy. It's trying to be its own personal Baphomet, just by enacting the scene the way that they're doing it, trying to have male energy and then trying to mask the female energy and the actual anatomy. It looks like it's bending over here for like a sexual maneuver, the way it grabs the mantle. The hips are very spread out, sort of like how a female would have their legs spread if they're giving birth. Gyrating the hips, a tactic used by Elvis Presley. Just trying to be raucous and stirring up chaos. Again, trying to embody masculine energy. Alright, so I don't know if you guys can see this, but Tom Cruise actually just casted a spell. I don't know if you can see, he's got the devil horns up here. I'm gonna go back a little bit so maybe it can be clearer. This is one finger on the right hand side of his hand, right hand, and there's the left finger on the far left side of his right hand. And when you point those two fingers with the thumb extended or the thumb in, because people are under the impression that one or the other is more valid, but it's both the sign of the horns. Both of them are the sign of the horns. So he's casting the spell. So is it any wonder that this scene is so memorable and it jumped off the way it did? He's using black magic here. He's casting the spell with the horns extended. And then emulating having a phallus with the still pointing the horns. Now I have absolute proof that he's pointing the horns here. There he is, pointing the horns as he tries to captivate the audience with his objective of trying to lure them in, both men and women, because with the curvature on Tom Cruise, they're appealing to both sexes, and this is what makes people gender confused and think that they are gay or lesbian. When they see someone who embodies both male and female and they don't know what they're looking at, they get carried away and they think that, oh, well, it must be transgender person. No, like, no, or no, no. They are looking at a transgender person, but in essence, they are... Scratch that. I don't know what I just said, that they're not transgender. I meant to say that they begin to think that they're transgender, or they think of the opposite sex like repulsive to them because they've gotten so used to seeing someone who is the opposite gender dressed up as the same gender. So, yeah, I just can't believe that this actor here is doing this so blatantly with his hands, casting the spell. I'm going to try to continue, but I'm pretty outdone right now because I didn't even see this before when I first watched it. real up close look at just how soft and feminine everything is. Really dainty kneecaps here. Again, clearly being sexually vulgar here, trying to pretend that they have something they may or may not have. It looks like a very, very bad stripper's routine. And now using it as a mic, and now doing the 666, doing the 666 with the phallus, the mic, the pseudo mic device he has here. Unbelievable. He's throwing up the 666 here as he holds the fireplace poker. Unbelievable. Still casting the spell. It looks like a female with a short hairdo. Hair is still really glossy and shiny. Has the shimmer that comes with the difference between female and male hair. Yeah, because a guy would just be able to strike a split like that. I don't know. Maybe. It seems like it definitely would be easier if you were a male with no male genitalia. This is sort of now becoming a humiliation ritual, I feel like. This is a humiliation ritual now, because they're making them show off everything without showing off anything. Because they had a shirt that covered up their private parts in both back and front. And never mind that the shirt did not really fit right for a guy's proportions in the shoulder area. But now they're having to have their legs up in the air, almost sort of telling on what they had to do to get this breakout role. And it was a breakout role at the time for Tom Cruise. I don't know what I'm looking at here at all. It's really hard to see, but I would say that I don't see anything. I don't see anything down there. It's like playing Where's Waldo. I really don't. Like, unfortunately, when I see a lot of FTMs, I am a crotch watcher, trying to figure out whether or not they are who they say they are, just to safeguard any lustful feelings that may come along, because honestly, you shouldn't have any lustful feelings, because, that's sinful and God wouldn't like that. But, like, it does happen to people. It does happen to the best of us sometimes when we're looking at someone that we like, but it's important not to get so carried away. I'm really feeling like there's nothing down there as I look at him flail around. Now you see there's something raised down there. I feel as though, you still can't trust that. If they are transgender, then perhaps they had surgery to craft some body part down there. And if they're intersex or hermaphrodite, they may have more than one part to begin with. So just because you may see testicles, it may not be what it appears to be. It's just probably an illusion. Yes, doing a lot of flailing, pretending to get I just can't. It's so vulgar. Shaking their buttocks. Yes. This fluffiness here, having a really loose fitting shirt, makes it hard to see whether the backside is curvy or not. But I'm sensing a tilting of the pelvis here, bringing the butt out. These thighs. Just so thick and guys are supposed to have more muscle content, or yeah, it's just blowing my mind right now because I didn't even see this the first time I watched this. Again, with the grinding. He's doing the horns again here on his left hand. He's extending the horns. He's definitely initiated into the craft, no doubt, no doubt. He wouldn't be up there in the movie if it wasn't for him being initiated, so I'm really glad that I did this video. I'm sure it's nowhere near perfect at all, nowhere near perfect. It's just my opinion on that scene from that very, very successful movie, Risky Business. Alright, so yeah, that's my commentary on that. I don't really know what else to say. That was extremely mind-blowing. Hopefully, maybe you saw something you never saw in the scene before. And I hope that you have a great day, and God bless you. Thank you for watching.